I am Arijit Ghosh and we are at Learning for a Sustainable Future Teacher Conference here in New Delhi. I am in conversation with Anita Mishra from Birla Balika Vidyapeeth, Pilani and Heena Sharma from the Gurukul, Zirakpur. Welcome.
Thank you, Arijit.
Both of you have presented papers at this year's teacher conference. If I may start with you, Heena, what has been your intervention in the classroom?
See, the core skill that we tried to embed after attending the British Council's program earlier, me and my teacher, we were here, and we thought that let's introduce digital literacy, not just among our students, but in our entire system. So first of all, we introduced it to our teachers, and there were little, obstacles faced, challenges faced. But then we suggested that you incorporate in one of your lesson plans and see the result yourself. And it was astounding. They were also very, motivated, and it gradually came into, their routine. As unlike their conventional lesson plan, they started making video plans. And the outcome was also wonderful. The graph of the students going up, children showing interest in the classroom, and obviously now it's into the stream. So that's how we've tried to.
Fabulous. How have you embedded core skills within your curriculum?
Arijit, the core skill which we tried to embed in our school curriculum was the workshop which we attended was on critical thinking and problem solving. So what we did, we tried to first brief our teachers. All of them, they happily accepted the challenge, and in the regular classes, they tried to implement the core skill. So what the scenario of the class absolutely changed. Instead of having a regular lesson plan, the teacher went with a few questions which were questions of open-ended questions. So the children, they were put those questions, and the stereotyped answers were not there for those questions, and every child has his own peculiar answer for those questions. So that was something very amazing, and never a class went very dry and drab after implementing this skill.
Sounds really exciting and interesting, but I'm wary that probably earlier it was not done in this particular manner.
It wasn't actually.
So how did the parent community react to it? Did you receive any complaints from the parents?
Never. It was rather very good, because the teachers, just to embed this core skill into the curriculum, they had to experiment quite a few things, where we took the help of our parent fraternity also. At times, say for example, I was doing a chapter on human cloning. So I made a visit to a fertility center, which is a fertility center run by one of our parents. So that was a great help by the parent given to us, and a way of learning. The parent also got to know that the teachers are working hard, the children are doing it, they are innovating it, they are seeing it themselves and doing the things. So it was rather more a welcome step.
Fantastic, fantastic. Heena, you did talk about that there were challenges initially, so about apprehensions, not all teachers are tech savvy, so to say. So what was, according to you, your big wow moment?
When the teachers, they came on their own with the lesson plan, with the result, with a group of students, telling me that, ma'am, the children have really enjoyed it. But I would like to come to that question, what you asked, Bam, about the challenges. The biggest challenge we faced was from the parents, because it was a flipped classroom thing that we had introduced, and now we were giving the videos, the lessons for the children to prepare at home. So some of the parents, they came and they said that, is it that now what the teachers are supposed to be doing in the school, in the classroom, we have to do? So it took a heavy toll, and we had a lot of sessions for orientations of the parents, and gradually, but then when they saw the interest of the students, the result, the kind of interest they were showing now, so everything was kind of nullified. But the biggest wow moment was this only, when the teachers on their own, they came to me along with a set of students that, ma'am, see, our children are enjoying the lessons now. So that was the biggest wow moment, I would say.
Fantastic. So what is your next big plan? How do you see it magnifying from here?
See, like to begin with, we've introduced this concept in 2 of our subjects, and that to 6th grade onwards. Now we would like to add on more subjects and plus more grades as well. And we've also started now online course on critical thinking and problem solving as well. So next would be to embed this core skill in our curriculum.
Fantastic. Anita, apart from presenting papers at this conference, you have been participants in the other sessions as well. So in these 2 days of our teacher conference, what are your biggest takeaways? What are you taking back to your school?
See, the biggest takeaway which I think is the shift of paradigm. I could see here that most of the workshops which are happening, most of the lectures which are happening, they are on the inclusive education. So this is the talk of the hour actually. Every child who is born on this earth has a right to get education. So what I think is that we have to have an inclusive education, and we should all join our hands to come together to include every child in the education system. No dropout should be there, and we all will work together for the purpose.
Fantastic. Heena, what is your biggest takeaway?
See, I've got an idea to extend my digital literacy in school. Lengo has something, Dr. Baldev's session is something I'm carrying today, and I would definitely get in touch with one of the case studies from Chennai schools as well. So, because they have also implemented this Lengo, even if it is at a micro level, but I would like to go into details of it and would like to introduce that in our school. And other than that, networking, meeting and taking and sharing the, interacting with the other co-teachers, that's a wonderful experience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was in conversation with Anita Mishra and Heena Sharma.